Hi, hello and welcome back to episode 5 already of LEGO Harry Potter, years 5 up until 7, I believe. Yeah, 7 it is. In the last episode, we went through a bunch of Harry's memories together with Snape to try and teach Harry how to better guard his mind from unwanted intruders. Wasn't all that successful, but Harry did of course try his best. And now we are going over to... oh, this guy's class. I don't know what's the exact name of it, but it's more like useful spells. Like Wingardium Leviosa, for example. So now we're learning how to like create things? Interesting. Diffindo. Diffindo is a spell that we can cast on red Lego objects. Here we go. The red Lego object. And now we see kind of a flower pattern on it. I need to hold E, no. So I really need to like kind of guide this pattern with my movement keys. I don't remember the spell from the actual movies or book stories or anything, but that's fine. This is also a red object, so maybe we can destroy this as well to create something large out of the two of these. Alright, so I guess the red Lego objects are just things that we can kind of destroy, or things that we can kind of cut out of a larger red brick wall, and then we can create other useful things out of those red bricks. Like this boat car thing, for example. I don't really remember when Diffindo would actually come up as a spell in the stories. Could be a made-up spell by the game developers, but that seems a bit less likely to me. I feel like they would mostly stick to just spells that already exist, probably. And here we have another red wall, and we are making a staircase out of this one. So to give you an example of what I'm doing, if I press move to the left right now, it goes to the left, but now I can go back to the right, but I can't go further to the left. I have to press move upwards, and I just have to like guide the pattern throughout the image. If that makes any sense. I feel like it does make some sense. And there we go, staircase completed, second item. Oh, it's actually an automatic staircase as well. What's the English word for that again? It's not an escalator, right? What the hell is the English word for those moving stairs again? I'm gonna look it up. Apparently it is just escalator, so I should learn to trust my mind a bit more. How are you guys doing? It's Monday right now. First day of the week after a nice weekend with a bunch of activities. Had a little barbecue at my girlfriend's place. We also went for a nice run yesterday morning. It really felt like it was one of my best days for running in a while, you know. I felt like I could easily do 5 kilometers, which is exactly what I did. And it's not like the furthest distance or anything, but I'm definitely satisfied with that because running for 5 kilometers has always been like my main goal for whenever I would really get into running. And the fact that it just works, oh sorry Hermione, it just works kind of consistently right now, well that's a dream come true, you know? There's not many better feelings than setting a goal for yourself and actually achieving that goal, you know? Another spell learned, another class completed. Harry completed his goals as well, and now we can move on to the next thing. There's not been any Quidditch yet. I can't really remember if the 5th year featured any Quidditch at all, come to think of it, but I should really read the books again sometime. I've always wondered if you're allowed to just like read the book for YouTube, you know, so that we can kind of enjoy the story together. I definitely follow some YouTubers that do read-alongs and things like that, but I should look up what the actual guidelines on that is like, if you're just really allowed to do that. I would imagine that it could be something that you don't really get monetized on, but my videos don't get monetized anyway by me. There might be some ads still, but I don't get any money from those yet. But I feel like reading a book for someone else might be a bit complicated for the YouTube rules, for the copyright rules. But I definitely should look into it, because I think that would make for really fun content. I could like read a chapter, give some insightful remarks about it, or hopefully insightful at least, just tell you what I think about it, and we can discuss it together. And it will also be great practice for my English and articulation, because that still needs some work, of course. There's always these same couple of words that I really struggle with, you know, like treasure chest. We all know from my previous series that is a bit of a difficult one for me. Look at me, by the way, just ignoring all the random things they're throwing at me. I hope that I'm not missing any fun aspects the game designer specifically put into the game, not in the main story, but I want to progress a bit, you know? I don't want my series to go on forever, because there's still so many games that I want to play, and I have to check out this train for a second, and I just can't spend eternity playing each and every single game for 35 episodes, you know? This train is pretty cool though. Really hard to control. Digging machine in the earlier mission was also extremely hard to control. No, there's kind of an invisible wall right there. I did absolutely murder Hermione, I'm very sorry about that. Where the hell are we going? Like, are we going out to Hogsmeade maybe? Where are we taking the train to? I don't remember this from the story, really. It's been a while since I've actually read the books or watched the movies. Taking the train. Again, seen that bridge? Oh, it's just winter holidays for Christmas. Alright, up to us to find the green doorknob. And look at that, we're in a mission. Being in a mission means that the quick gameplay is gonna have to take a bit of a break for now because it's stud collecting time. And it also means that my vocal cords can rest a bit because I usually only talk over the very interesting parts of the mission. But yeah, for our winter break this time around we're coming back to the Order of the Phoenix headquarters, probably because all of our families are here, except for Hermione's of course, because her parents are muggles, but Ron's family is here and we obviously want to see Mr. Weasley again now that he is all patched up after his snake attack. And Harry's only family, Sirius Black, is of course also residing in this house. Sirius was gonna show us, or at least show Harry something, but then Kreacher, the house elf, locked the door for us. Possibly because of Hermione being with us, because Kreacher doesn't really like Hermione. And that is because Hermione is what they call, well, I'm gonna say it, but it's kind of the wizard equivalent of a very racist term in our real world. Hermione is kind of a mudblood.
Watch your profanity.
Being a mudblood means that you're a wizard, but that you're not a pure blood wizard. So both of your parents are not actual wizards. Harry is a pure blood. Ron is also a pure blood, but Hermione isn't. Draco Malfoy also is one, and he shares Kreacher's vision in that he thinks that all wizards should be that kind of pure blood, or that they are otherwise not really worthy. Draco Malfoy is also the first person in the series who actually introduces us to the filthy word, and he uses it against Hermione as well. I edited and also rendered and uploaded a different kind of video, a non-gameplay video again today. It's been a while already. It was about a certain system that I use in my university adventures. Well, that I use since this year, but I wish I had used it earlier, and that's why I made the video, to make other people aware that they should start doing it immediately. And it was about using a knowledge database, which is like a place where you collect information from all the different courses you have, and you kind of organize them in a nice and tight, neat little overview. So that'll really help you out in the future, you know, when you need some information from the past. It's always handy to have it in just one place and to know where to look for it. Because otherwise you're definitely gonna find yourself having to look up the same thing like a couple of different times, or having to look up different articles about certain subjects a bunch of times. Whereas if you would just store the information you looked up the first time, your life would be a lot easier. Because looking up articles is one of the most time-consuming things about being a university student, that's for sure. Well, looking them up and then also reading them, of course. Alright, let's advance a bit, shall we? Another doorknob disappeared. Staircase turned into a little slip and slide. Really just messing with us, huh, Kreacher? He hid it away in the bookcase. We know how to get there, of course. She doesn't look very happy. Probably one of the main women in the Black family, and that is the family Sirius is a part of, and the family this house originally belonged to. First time we have to use Harry's invisibility cloak in a while. I don't know if we ever used it in the 4th movie. I guess in the story they kind of use it when Hagrid is showing Harry the dragons, but I'm not sure if they did it in the game as well. When you play all of these Harry Potter games, all of these Lego Harry Potter games, the memories tend to kind of be fit together, you know? They kind of get stuck together a bit, so I'm not really sure what happened in the movie, what happened in the book, what happened in my imagination, or what happened in the games. Why do we have power outlets in a magical home? That's really weird. Could that be like a mistake by the game designers? There we go, we got the doorknob, which means that we can move along in the story a bit further. We're just trying to reach Sirius, I guess. There we are. This is kind of the black family tree room. Alright, and I guess we're gonna have to put the family tree together a bit. Now we are playing as Sirius Black. They really hurt me when I said I wanted to play with some more characters that we haven't played with before. Which spells does he know? Oh yeah, he can transform into his wolf form, of course. Diffindo, Lumos, Expecto Patronum, and this is the spell to destroy the silver objects. I can't really think of the name right now, but that's fine. R.A.B., who has passed away. We of course know who that is because it's an important person in the movie, but we're not going to spoil anything. Power Tongue, so that's going to be Harry that we need for this one. Blue, green, red, yellow, easy enough. There we go, completed this part of the family tree. Harry, put away your Lumos spell. But we need Sirius either way, because he needs to dig a bit. Because there is for some reason a pile of shit just laying around here. There we go. And that is Draco's mom, and her name is, I feel like, Narcissa, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I'm correct in assuming that is Narcissa. There we are. Completed. And that's Bellatrix Lestrange.
Huh?
There she is. Oh, that was really well made, actually. Resembles the movie rather greatly. So yeah, Bellatrix was level complete. I feel like I've completed like 1/4 of the True Wizard coin bar, maybe. Let's see. 38%. What, did I miss like 50% of the level? What the hell happened? Well, that's fine. So what we saw there was Bellatrix Lestrange being busted out of Azkaban, the wizard prison, and that's not good news because she is a very dangerous evil wizard in the service of Lord Voldemort. Let's see if they started off for the cutscene, then we'll watch that together. Here we are. Don't make the same mistake again, and then we'll say goodbye afterwards. Goodbye. Always tricking us in this game. Was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next one. We're back at Hogwarts. The exams are probably coming up, and that is when Fred and George are up to some mischief in the middle of those exams. And that is actually my favorite scene in all of the movies, especially because of the soundtrack. And yeah, I hope that's coming up. I hope they did a great job at replicating that, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.